In 1981, my parents bought their first home in Mississauga for 75 grand, 3 times their income. Today, that same house sells for 1.4 million, 18 times the average salary. What changed? Let's rewind. The 1980s. Interest rates hit 21%, but homes cost 3 to 4 times median incomes. Cities prioritized starter homes and permits flowed swiftly. The 2020s. Rates dropped to 0.25%, but prices exploded. Cheap money collided with a population boom. Canada added 5.1 million people since 2015, but built just 1.6 million homes. Wages have been stagnant. The result? Toronto's average home now costs $1.1 million, up 90% in a decade. Post-2008, the Bank of Canada slashed mortgage rates to revive the economy. By 2020, rates hit 0.25%, the lowest in history. Mortgages got cheaper, but prices rocketed. In Vancouver, prices were up 120% since 2010. Household debt hit 177% of income, higher than the US before the 2008 crash. Investors exploited cheap loans, buying 30% of new condos as assets, not homes. Canada welcomes 500,000 immigrants a year, a policy vital for our economy. But housing hasn't kept pace. 2015 through to 2023, population grew 10%, while the housing stock grew only 6%. And there are labor gaps. Only 7% of newcomers work in construction. The result? Rent has doubled in a decade. In Brampton, for example, 12 students share a basement, and a corner with a bed can cost $500 a month. Even when we try to build, cities say no. For example, the Byzantine permits. Toronto requires over 75 approvals for a mid-rise. Delays add over $100,000 per unit. There's also exclusionary zoning. Vancouver reserves 80% of land for single-family homes. You want a duplex? Prepare for a 2-year-long rezoning battle. There's high development fees. Ottawa charges $80,000 per unit, double the US average. And then there's NIMBYs. In Kelowna, residents block 200 affordable units with the excuse of maintaining the character of the neighborhood, while tents multiplied downtown. In Tokyo, permits take weeks, not years. They build 140,000 units per year, triple Toronto's output. In Vienna, nonprofits own 60% of housing, and rents are frozen at €6 per square meter. In Edmonton, they legalized row houses citywide in 2023. For Canada's path forward, we need to axe the red tape and have 90-day permit deadlines. We need to override NIMBYs by letting provinces overrule cities, like BC did for 100,000 homes. We need to support public home building, revive CMHC to 1970s levels to build 50,000 units per year. My parents' generation built suburbs in months. Today, we debate the layout of the neighborhood shadows while families sleep in cars. Housing isn't complicated, politics are. Let's choose urgency over bureaucracy and homes over hurdles.